Rangers continued their fine winning form as they beat Kilmarnock away from home 2-1 at Rugby Park. In today's video, we'll discuss some talking points from the game, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. That includes today's headline. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Bobby Madden has weighed on last night's penalty drama and Rangers win at Kilmarnock. The hosts were awarded an early spot kick by referee David Dickinson for a John Lundstrom handball. There were very few, if any, complaints from the Jersey midfielder or his teammates, as VAR checked the incident before backing up the on-field decision. Danny Armstrong stepped up, as he does often for Killy, to give them an early lead, with Derek McInnes' side going on to have an upper hand for the first half. However, former Scottish FA official Madden was of the view that VAR should have intervened to advise Dickinson to review the incident at the pitchside monitor. He wrote on Instagram, "Easy to understand the live decision due to where arm position finishes. At the point of contact, the arm is tight to the body, but the defender does not make themselves unnaturally bigger. Difficult to understand why the on-field review wasn't suggested, and a still of the point of contact presented to the referee. If I can identify that image on my phone, VAR should be able to find it within a system that's costing the clubs well over $1 million a year." After Rangers secured a second half comeback with James Tavernier and Tom Lawrence scoring within a 4-minute period before the hour mark, they had two penalty shouts of their own. The first looked dubious to say the least, with the ball deflecting up off of Cyril Dessers onto Stuart Findley's hand. Madden insists this sort of situation should never result in a penalty. He commented, "This is not a penalty, you can't punish a player for playing a ball against their own hand arm. Would really appreciate people starting to recognise that." But the third and the last handball incident of the evening at Rugby Park involved the ball seemingly striking the hand of Lewis Mayo as a cross flashed across the Killy box, and Madden reckons VAR failed in its duty to try and resolve this flashpoint. He wrote, "Very difficult to see this contact live. There is a clear image of the ball making contact with the outstretched hand. These are crucial decisions VAR was introduced to resolve." Rangers kid James Graham is set to leave Ibrox on loan according to reports. It is claimed the teenager is preparing to finalise a temporary switch to Dumbarton. Scottish media reports Graham is ready to join the Scottish League Two side to help bolster attacking options in the current promotion push. The club currently sit fourth in the league table. Graham had spent the first half of the season on loan at League One club Annan Athletic, where he played 13 times before being recalled to Ibrox last month. The striker also played 4 times for Rangers B in the Challenge Cup this season, scoring 1 goal. Now, Graham is expected to make the switch to Dumbarton to join Stevie Farrell's squad, and he will have a familiar face at Dumbarton, with Rangers teammate Jay Hogarth already on loan at the club. In other news, Rangers took a gamble on their kit manufacturer deal with Castor, but it's paid off after their merchandise revenue was revealed. That is the view of finance expert Kieran Maguire, who exclusively told Football Insider that the Glasgow club have created a perfect storm to generate revenue. Rangers are partnered with Castor and have an unusual agreement with the English sports brand that sees them earn 10% of all proceeds from the branded merchandise. Maguire believes Rangers deserve praise for their forensic approach to the Castor deal. Rangers took the gamble on their Castor deal, said Maguire. So what I would say is that they did their research, and this is further evidence that Rangers are incredibly forensic when it comes to identifying opportunities. They are great at utilising those opportunities to the overall benefit of Rangers, and that comes to fruition. Castor were irrelevant before agreeing a deal with the Scottish Giants, and this was a record-breaking deal that's seen the club earn up to £9 million a year just for the deal. The current terms are up next season, and expected Rangers will renew terms again, and this will see them once again break records when it comes to sponsorship deal, which could see the club bank in excess of £45 million over the next 5 years. Rangers came from behind to defeat Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, as we stated, and do indeed maintain a 2-point lead over Celtic at the top of the Scottish Premiership table thanks to second half goals from James Tavernier and Tom Lawrence. Rangers appeared to be in serious danger of surrendering third place in the league table to their city rivals at half-time at the venue they had lost at the opening day of the season. Philippe Clement's side had fallen behind to a Danny Armstrong penalty in the first half after John Lundstrom handled it in his own area. However, whatever Clement, who put on Ridvan Yilmaz for Borna Barisic and Cyril Dessers for Fabio Silva at the start of the second half, said to his changes in the dressing room, clearly had the desired impact. Tavernier equalised in the 55th minute and became the joint highest scoring defender in Rangers history at the same time when he curled in a spectacular free kick following a Lewis Mayo foul on Lawrence. The captain and right back has now netted on 121 occasions for Rangers, the same number as his legendary predecessor John Gregg. Lawrence then showed that he knows how to finish 4 minutes later when he pounced on a loose ball and drilled it into the bottom right corner of the net. It was the first time the playmaker had been on target since August of 2022 and was a sweet moment for him. In this part of the video, we'll look at the 5 major talking points from the clash. Rangers steal. This was another serious test for Rangers' title credentials. Kilmarnock went into the match with a 100% record against the Old Firm clubs on their plastic pitch this season. Having beat them once and Celtic twice, they had also lost just one of their previous 14 outings. Derek McEn's side made life very difficult indeed for Rangers and had a few opportunities to forge two in front. They have showed why they have been one of the unformed teams in the country and have aspirations of catching and leapfrogging Hearts and finishing third. But Clement's men showed great heart to fight back and claim all 3 points. They will need to exhibit the same character in the final 10 league games of the 2023-2024 campaign if they are to lift the trophy come May, but this gusty showing does well for our run-in. Opportunity lost. Clement has shown that he is not afraid to freshen up his side since arriving in this country last year, and with his hectic schedule of domestic and European fixtures coming up in the weeks ahead, it was no surprise he rang the changes. Yilmaz, Sterling and Dessers had all started against Hearts and Govan on Saturday, but they were replaced at left back, right wing and striker by Barisic, Ross McCausland and Fabio respectively. Silva and Dessers have been rotated on a weekly basis since the former joined on loan from Wolves last month, so that switch was expected. However, this was an opportunity for Barisic and McCausland to show their manager what they have to offer ahead of the first leg of the Europa League last 16 doubleheader with Benfica in Portugal next week. McCausland started impressively by skinning Stuart Findlay early on, bursting into the Kilmarnock penalty area and teeing up Silva for a shot, but Barisic gave away a free kick in a dangerous area near the corner flag shortly after that for a needless handball. He then picked up a booking on for a foul on Armstrong. It was no surprise when he failed to reappear for the second half and Yilmaz took his place. The Turkish international did not, though, do an awful lot better. He sliced an attempted cross out of the park for a goal kick. McCausland was substituted for Sterling as well after drifting out of the game. The duo failed to take their chance. Diomande slip. The Ivorian midfielder has impressed onlookers greatly since completing a £4.5 million move to Rangers. He opened his account for Rangers with a long-range screamer against St Johnstone earlier this month and broke the deadlock against Hearts at the weekend with almost identical strike. His all-round play has been really good too. The 22-year-old retained his place alongside Lundstrom yesterday evening, but he, like so many of his teammates, struggled to impose himself on the proceedings in the opening 45 minutes, or for that matter, cope with the physicality of this Kilmarnock side. He almost gifted Kilmarnock a second 6 minutes before half-time when he lost possession in his own half and allowed Polworth to burst through. He was fortunate that goalkeeper Jack Butland got off his line quickly and beat the midfielder to the ball. Where there's a will. Rangers created some excellent chances in the first half and could have easily taken the lead when the scoreline was level or equalised after they had fallen behind. Unfortunately, though, Kilmarnock's goalkeeper Will Dennis was in inspired form. He palmed a powerful Connor Goldson header out for a corner at a Tavernier corner early on and then pushed a low shot Oscar Cortes shot past left the post. Those saves proved to be crucial for his side at this time. The Bournemouth low knee got a hand to Tavernier's sensational free kick, but failing to keep out the Rangers captain's stunning effort was no disgrace, nor could he be blamed for allowing Lawrence's strike to find the target. Dennis's opposite number, Butland, also did superbly to deny Matt Kennedy when the midfielder tested him from a close range when the score was 1-0. Rangers fans, what did you make of the game yesterday? And do you want to keep a Castor, or would you look to explore new deals after the deal expires next year? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or guitarfcclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.